The next speaker has a topic that's near and dear to my heart. What is the cloud? Brace yourselves. Jim Van Fleet.
Hey, everybody. That is my lovely wife, Megan. That's right, aren't I a lucky guy? When I told Megan my topic for tonight, what is the cloud, she said, why should I care? Thanks, babe, I appreciate your support. I want to start with the history so you can understand all the pieces. In the 1970s, the mainframe was king. We had invented Unix and C, and efficiency of that single machine was king. What happened after that, though, was rationing access to that machine became such a pain that we developed multi-user systems. The idea is you take the one computer, one set of resources, and you distribute it among multiple users. The next step was having users just start feeding that computer information and things that it needed to process. Those machines were pretty dumb. But then the PC revolution happened, and those dumb terminals turned into the laptops and desktops that you all have in your house today. That was a huge revolution, and it really spurred a lot of technical innovation. You see here behind me a slide documenting some of the CPU growth. While clock speeds have finally started to level out, engineers are still proving Moore's law, still putting more powerful and smaller chips together. After the PC revolution came the internet, founded by government, academia, big telcos. We granted monopolies, laid cable, and increased bandwidth to the home by 15,000%. We're almost to everything we've got to generate a cloud. The first dot-com boom and bust generated a real problem for that generation of startups who had to come up with millions of dollars to put into machines that would be obsolete in 3 years. So all of this outlines the problem the cloud was designed to solve: managing and distributing changing technical workloads. We don't need one large machine, we need truckloads of small machines all talking to each other. And that's basically what the cloud is. It's some number of physical machines partitioned into these smaller pieces that users can come and pick up and turn back in over certain amounts of time. Usually there's a provisioning API and a set of services involved on top of it. Now that may not sound like a big deal at all, but it's behind some incredible success stories. Netflix runs its streaming platform on Amazon's cloud, and look at the results you've seen there. So what is it that makes it such a big deal? Well, one of the reasons is it's about removing the friction to innovation. You know, I can create a little playground for myself up on any number of clouds, and it's very cheap and very easy to get going. And when I do so, me or anybody else who has access to a netbook and the internet gets exactly the same product that a giant of industry will get. And the innovation and the demands and the production of those companies, when they compete, we all win and we all get better. That's really just the start of something that's awesome about the cloud. That's all infrastructure as a service, but there are other classes as well. Software as a service is something you don't really need the cloud to deliver, which is what really upsets me about those stupid Microsoft commercials. But software as a service is often seen on the cloud. But in addition to infrastructure as a service and software as a service, there's also platform as a service, which is about making the cloud even easier to use for developers. You can think of these companies as the people who sold pickaxes to the miners on their gold mining ventures. Why should you care about any of this? What makes it such a big deal? Well, it's about turning capital costs that you need to start up one of these companies into a manageable amount of operating costs, meaning you can get rolling. I think that North Carolina can be just as influential in this story as any other state. We've got $2 billion worth of data center commitments 90 minutes from the neighborhood theater where we sit today. And we know that Charlotte represents banking capital and now an energy capital. I can assure you that some of the technicians in Raleigh are influencing this story at a national level. And when you add in the beach and the mountains, even a server-side geek like me can make North Carolina look good. The last time I was on this stage, I talked to you about wanting to be involved in the startup scene in North Carolina, and the cloud is the reason you can be too. Build your dreams, create your idea, and thanks very much. I'm Jim Van Fleet. Thanks to Tony Gianluca for the slides, and you can find me at the bar.